Hello everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today is a good one. It's a longer video, but there's a reason for that. This is not only interactive, but it is a shaped card. So I'm going to show you how we make this really adorable burger card with a pull tab. How fun is that? So let's go ahead and get started because there's a lot to it. Let's talk about what we're using. We have the circle shaped card die. This one makes a donut and some pizza and stuff like that. We have the Buildable burger circle shaped add-on. And it has all the stuff to make your burger, however you want to do that. We're also pulling in the basic emoji builder, and we're going to use the surprise face as you saw a little bit ago. We've got our all hands emoji add-on, so we're going to use a couple of hands out of there. We have our clean cut layers circle set A. I'm going to use a couple circles. We have the Sundae swirls. We can make our own sentiment. We have the slide and spin for the interactive part along with the Papercrafting Magic stamp set. So I know that's a lot going on there. If you have things in your stash that you could use instead, go ahead and do that. But let's talk now about the pieces. So I did die cut out a yellow piece of cardstock using a smaller circle from our clean cut layers circle set. You need the card shaped cutout, and then I've got these two circles. Those ones are 4 1/4 inches. That's the bigger one that covers the whole front of the card, and then this smaller yellow one is 3 3/4 inches. So just to let you know, if you need to know the sizes, that is the size. I went ahead and did all the die cutting ahead of time just to make sure that I was prepared. And so now we're just going to add a little bit of dimension to our hands so that they're not just flat. I've got a WG1 Olo marker, and I'm adding that just where I think that shadowing might be on the hands and the fingers. And then that'll dry back just a little bit, and then we'll glue those down to their black shadow piece. Once again, that comes from the All Hands emoji add-on. That one's new, and it goes perfectly with our basic emoji builder, which is not new. Still a little newer, I guess, but the hands are the newest. Yeah, so super fun. And then we'll have a set of hands that can go on the face. Now for the basic emoji builder, those are the rest of the pieces. So we're going to pull those out, and I'll show you where they came from inside the die. So here is what that die set looks like. And like I said, we're going to do so there's the hands from the All Hands. And then we're going to use the little surprise face. So let me flip that over, and I'll show you. Here are the eyes. Those come from this die right there. All right, and then we have these black pieces. Those are going to be behind the eyes just to do the black. And then here's our mouth with our little tongue and our eyebrows. So I just thought this was easier. There are pieces in there to do it. Those are also other eyes that you could use for other emojis, which is fun. But like I said, just wanted to put those on the back of the eyes just to make it a little bit simpler. Before I put those down, we're going to grab that WG1 again after we've kind of centered things up, just to see how he's going to look. He's super fun. And I love that there are so many different ways you can do these emojis. You know, all different kinds. There's even one for sickness if you need. So you can add that to your little basic emoji builder. All right, so now we're centering this onto my glass mat, and then I'm going to put those eyes down. And they're kind of more to the top just because this is going to be popped out. I want to make sure all the pieces are shown because still some of it will have to be hidden. So here's his little mouth. We'll put down his tongue. And then we're going to grab his eyebrows, which I did use a WG3 marker on those just to make those stand out a little bit more, have a little shadowing and shading. And then we can add those down. He definitely looks very surprised. And then we can put his hands slightly over his mouth. Yes, the hands are going to hang off of the face, and normally that's probably not a big deal, but because this is going to be part of an interactive, we're going to trim off the excess of the hands because you won't even see that. So when we get to that part, I'm going to trim that down. I do want to add some cheeks. Wish I'd have done this before I put the hands down, but I'm bringing in those newer small blending brushes now that Trinity Stamps just came out with. And I'm adding some Kitsch Flamingo on there. very perfect to make those little cheeks stand out, and boy, does he really look finished now. So now we have to do the interactive part, and this is the part that probably takes the longest of the card. So we're trimming off his hands because those are going to be in the way otherwise. And then we need to make a channel on here, 2 channels in fact, because I don't want him spinning around. I want him to slide perfectly up and down. So I'm bringing in that slide and spin die set, and I'm going to use this longer one. There are longer ones than that, and all different kinds. So this is perfect for all of your interactive cards. And I'm just kind of, again, using my glass mat to kind of check this. I need to do 2 channels, and I want this piece to be the slider piece itself. So I just need to make sure that that's going to fit perfectly in there. And so I've die cut that out, and then we need to do it again on the other side. Again, lining it up, just making sure that it's going to fit with that other small piece that I've chosen. And then I'm going to actually cut this piece out 4 times. Depending upon how thick your cardstock is, you could probably just do 2. I did 4 because I'm going to stack them up 2 each. And then I'm also using a hole punch. This is a 1/4 inch hole punch, and I'm punching out 5 of those per side. So I need a total of 10. And I'm sure you probably have things in your stash that would make this a little bit easier to do, but this is the simplest way. Just using what you might already have. And so I am going to stack 5 on top of each other, and we'll do that twice. And I'm using, I realized I needed to use my pickup stick for this. So I'll use the wax side to pick up each of those little circles, and then I'll use the pick side to hold it down, add a drop of glue, and then pick up another circle and add it to the top. You do want to make sure these are good and dry before you try to assemble anything else, but I'm going to set that off to the side. So that is going to be 5 deep. So 5 stacked on top of each other, and then we will do that again because we need 2 of them. All right, and once those are good and dry and we've stacked all 5 of those on top of each other, and we've done that twice, now we're going to add little dots of glue on the end of one of these smaller pieces. Okay, before that dries completely, this is why liquid glue is really important here, in my opinion. I want to make sure that that is going to fit in there and that it's going to slide okay. So it's got room on each side. Now this is good and dry, and I can now add my top piece. And I want that to be good and dry before I do too much with that. But that is going to slide up and down, and that is going to be behind our little face. So how simple was that? Pretty simple. Just a basic double channel slide. And then I'll add glue to the back of that. And then I can add my circle to the top. I am going to have him sticking out just a bit on top because I want you to see that so that the recipient can actually pull him. The recipient will know to pull that part, because if it were not showing, you wouldn't know, right? Now we're going to use a little bit of foam tape behind our mechanism, just making sure that it doesn't get in the way of the actual mechanism working. So I'll put 2 small strips on each side of that and 1 at the bottom. And that's where that other circle, and again, those were 4 1/4, and those came from the circle, or the Clean Cut Layers Circle Set A. And then we'll peel off that release paper on all of those, and then we can stick down our other circle. So now our back is all hidden and everything is good and safe, and we can slide our little emoji up and down. How cute is he? The next thing we do is we attach the card base to our mechanism, and just put glue only where you need the card to actually attach, and you're going to need to let that dry, but you want to make sure that your circle has plenty of room, so think about that part as well. All right, so he's going to be about good to go. The next thing I do is I grab out that Papercrafting Magic stamp set, and I ink up the word pull using some hickory smoke because I want it to be subtle, but right on top of his head, and so the recipient will know to pull. our next step is to build our burger. So we've got our Buildable Burger circle-shaped card add-on. There's so many different types of add-ons for that circle card. You can just head to the shop and check that out. Links will be down below for all the things that I've used so far. And again, you can just head there and check out what else there is. I'm bringing in more of those blending brushes, those smaller ones, along with some various ink colors. This is the 4 from Simon Hurley Create, and I'm just kind of blending that on the darker shade or darker piece of the lettuce, and then we can attach that down to the shadow, which I have as the lighter piece of lettuce. Love that. And you could totally skip adding the ink, but I really wanted these pieces to stand out. And now we'll do our pickle, and you'll notice that there is a couple pieces to that. We also have the seed pieces. Those are inside my little tidy tray. And I want to show you how I cut those out, or at least show you the pieces that I used. Because you can see the pickle over there on the left-hand side, the die cut. And it's 2 circles and the seeds. And so all I did, because I knew that the green wasn't going to show, that dark green I mean, is I went ahead and cut my seeds out of the dark green piece, which is the bigger piece, the bigger circle. And then the smaller circle I cut out using my light green. And that light green is going to go right over the top of that bigger dark green circle, and then you won't be able to see that I die cut out the little seed pickles pieces from that bigger one, because it's going to be glued down so you won't see it. So here you go. And just like that. Then we saved a little bit of paper that way. Not that the seeds take up a bunch of paper, but you know. All right, so now we've got our little pickle pieces just about put together, and then we will use our reverse tweezers along with some liquid glue to adhere down those seed pieces. And we'll do that. We'll put 3 on each one, and we'll do that for both of the pickles. And then we can move on to putting our tomato together. So you can see the tomato that uses these dies right here. You've got the big circle, and then you have the tomato itself, like the tomato innards. And then I did save the seeds. You can see those in the tidy tray. Once again, I am using some bee sting along with one of those smaller blending brushes. And I'm also adding some to the center because I really want to make this tomato pop. Perfect. And we'll add a little bit to our innard of the tomato. I did use a lighter red piece for the inside of the tomato and a darker one for the outside piece. And then for the seeds, there will be 4 in each of those sections. So I'm just going to use my pickup stick along with 4 dots of glue in all 3 sections for all of those seeds. All right, then our tomato will be done. Let's move on to the burger patty. And I'm again using the small blending brush. If the bigger blending brush would work great on this one too, if you wanted to do that. And this part is actually unnecessary. Only if the burger was going to be showing would this part be necessary, but I did it anyway. It's going to get covered by the bun, which here is the bun. And once again, we're using some weeping willow. I used the weeping willow on the burger patty, and we're going to do the same thing on the bun. Got a little carried away, a little heavy-handed there on those edges, but that's okay. It's a toasty bun. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Maybe a toasty brioche. There you go. And so then we'll just kind of work that around, and then this is where we can add the seeds. And all I did for the seeds was randomly put glue dots all over that bun, and then I'm using my pickup stick to put all those seeds down, and we're just kind of going all different directions for the seeds because you want it to be random, right? Most of those sesame seed buns are very random, and so we're going to finish up with the rest of the seeds. I'm not using all of them, but I do put quite a few down. And now we can start building our burger. So the bun is going to go, at least for me, this is how I'm choosing to do it. I'm going to put the bun on the patty to start. And then for the inside of the card, we're going to put the cheese and the rest of the pieces. So the cheese is going to go on the section where you could write your message to your recipient. And so I've got some shooting star, and I did bring in my bigger blending brush for this. And I'm just adding a little bit of dimension to the edges of our piece of cheese. And if I had been thinking, I wish that I had made the card base out of the same color of the bun. I didn't, so you're going to have some white showing, and that's okay. Can't really change it now. It does bother me for this part of the burger, so I am going to work with that. I bring in more of that weeping willow along with my bigger blending brush, and we're just going to blend that on most of the edges. I'm not going to get that edge that's more towards the left-hand side. We're going to leave that open. That's fine. We can kind of move our patty over to the side. And then we can just glue down our patty and our bun to the front of the card. So this is the front of the card. Then we can open it up. Our cheese is already attached. And then we have our onion. We've got our lettuce. We've got our tomato and our pickles. And I'm just going to add those down to the other side of the card. Once again, I really do wish I had done the bun in the bun color, or done the card base in the bun color, because that white wouldn't be showing. It is what it is. It's okay. It's a card. So then we'll add our little pickles, and then our onion is cute. It's 2 little pieces here, using my reverse tweezers to hold these, and then we can glue down the inside piece of the onion and then the darker. I used a light purple and a darker purple for those. Do you like all the fixins on your burger? Depends on how I'm feeling. Most of the time I just want a little cheese, some ketchup, mustard. Not always the rest of it. But again, depends on how I'm feeling. And then now it's time to die cut out our sentiment. So that comes from the Sundae Swirl. And you can obviously come up with whatever sentiments you want. I decided to use wow. So 2 W's and O. And so we'll start with the O since that's more in the center, obviously, of our word. So we'll start with our O. And I did them all out of capital. This die set has both capital and lowercase. And then we'll put the W on each side. And then I do decide to bring in an exclamation point because it needs one. Wow is quite a sentiment. So we brought in our exclamation point, and we'll put that on the end. And that's it for sentiment. That's all I'm going to be using. And once that's down, that actually finishes off the card for today. I really do love how this worked. It was so fun to make. Now that I know how to do it, I'll make more, but I love this. And I hope you like it too. If you do, please hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Trinity Stamps has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.